So here is Good American, aka Sully, and this is his first recognized event. So he was able to do the schooling show at Majestic Oaks, and now we are at Rocking Horse, so coming down the center line. And he's already feeling much more settled. And now I'm going to make sure I can try to prepare him for this turn so he doesn't think that it's something he needs to jump. There's still a little bit of it there, but still a big improvement from the last time. And for him, I'm really working on having a nice balance and rhythm. His movement's going to get even bigger the stronger and more relaxed he gets, but I'm really quite pleased with the feeling that he's giving me here through his connection in frame. And now I'm coming into a canter transition. It was maybe a smidge late, but then his canter was quite lovely. And again, I'm really pleased with the frame he's giving me. I have him in what's called a truss bit, so it's a very, very soft rubber bit. It really helps the sensitive types where that need to kind of fill up your hand and not hide from the bit. So I'm quite pleased with how he's going to it. And again, working from leg to hand is always the first component. So now in our free walk, he's also likes to try to give it a good scratch. So it gives me a good little giggle here. But I really appreciate that he's feeling relaxed enough to do that, especially with the atmosphere that's going on, because we have show jump that's happening right next to us. So he's doing a pretty good job of staying focused. Except for he really wanted to give a good scratch there. And then we have quite a ways here in the walk, all the way to F. And then we go into our trot transition. And again, he's already much more confident about staying next to the boards. And just working on getting a little bit of that bend through the rib cage. And you can see my groom Megan has him beautifully turned out with his braids and his hind quarter markings. And then into the second canter transition. Again, I'm just losing a little bit of bend through that turn, but his transition is pretty nice and prompt. And then again, a lovely balance in the canter. And I'm able to keep him straight enough down the long side, and he comes into a nice down transition for the trot. And then we have a long ways down the center line. But this was a big improvement. I was really pleased with this test as we come down into our final halt. Again, the relaxation and his focus was really nice. The judge was really quite thrilled with him, and he ended up scoring a 25.3. So that was a big improvement from his first show at Majestic Oaks. So again, just having a little chat there with the judge, who was very impressed with him, and then heading on to show jump. And again, just kind of making sure I take my time. He's the type of horse that he can have that anxious and anxiety, but he's learning that it's actually okay and he can relax. So my goal here is to just have a nice, quiet round. And you can see he has a rather powerful jump, and he's very well balanced. I'm going to make sure I'm going to try to stay nice and light in my seat, but still keeping my shoulders up and tall and strong in my position, so that can give him some security. But again, he's very brave to the jumps, Sometimes too brave. As you see there, he wants to go a little bit past it. He makes a really nice shape around that. And again, for the prep for this show and the training at home, I just had him doing trot fences so he would really learn patience, and so that's really helped the quality of the canter and having him wait to the jumps so he can give himself time to push with the hind end. So really nice, lovely round. I was quite thrilled again with his improvement. And we headed on to cross country. Again, my biggest goal with the young horses in the beginning is to really have relaxation and building the confidence for them. So again, he's a pretty brave horse, but he's still young and inexperienced and gaining mileage. So I was really quite pleased with the shape of his gallop that he's starting to do, and he's much more relaxed and looking where he's going, and his neck is up and out. He does a little pop over that ditch, quite lovely. And then heading to the water was actually kind of not the most inviting beginner novice water, I will say. And I could have given him a little bit better preparation by going through the unmarked water first, but I thought, he's pretty bold. We'll just trot in. And he saw the change in terrain and the chewed up footing in the water, and he took that stop and step backwards. So we picked up a 20 there, and I thought, okay, let's just peel off, not make that a big deal. See if I can get his feet wet. Again, he's pretty smart, and I could have even spent some more time in the unmarked water. But I headed back over. We were still moving forward here, and then he gently walked in. So a good little learning moment. Unfortunately, picked up the 20 penalties. So that kind of bothered me, just in the fact that I could have had him a little bit more prepared. But overall, I thought it was a good learning experience for him, and he finished up really well.